Today on Singles Court, Stephen is vexed by Claudine's ex.
I keep telling her I don't like it, I don't like the guy. She still sees him.
Now he's taking stock of things.
I have a question for you, Inspector Gadget. What else did you do?
I called the head of the restaurant, pretended I was robbed.
I cannot be with someone who does not trust me.
And Tiffany's assets are a boon to Bart's business.
People see me as more successful. I have this sexy girlfriend who's beautiful.
Did you change her name to Trophy while you were at it?
Well, I mean...
But now his demands are booby-trapping their relationship.
You put her on display and somebody wants to buy the goods. What's the big surprise?
Welcome to Singles Court, the #1 show on the Singles Broadcast Network, as rated by me, the show's producer, Michael Day. But let's get on with it and meet our lovely host, the Queen of Extremes, relationship mediator, Angela Siegel.
You're extreme as well, Michael. It's not just me.
You are extremely extreme today.
And you're extremely queen today.
Thank you. Okay, let's get down to brass tacks. Today in our studio, we have Claudine and Stephen. Stephen is a meter reader and Claudine is a daycare worker. They've been seeing each other for about 2 years now and everything's been going great, except, and I knew you knew that was coming, Claudine refuses to stop seeing her ex. And this is bothering Stephen. I call this the case of the return of the X-Man.
So clever. Stephen, you have a big issue with the ex-person, the
Yes.
X-Man. Well, tell me what's going on.
Most definitely. Well, we've been going off about 2 years now. And during that period of time, she is still, not once a year, not every 6 months, still seeing her ex-boyfriend. Despite I keep telling her I don't like it, I don't like the guy, she still sees him. And what if I had a girlfriend that was still seeing her? How would it make you feel? She still sees the guy. You should see the guy. He's a greaseball, too, walking around in fancy, probably fake Armani suits. We went to a party the other day. He's walking around in the party telling everybody how he's the top salesman in his office, and then the guy has the nerve to try and strong-arm me into switching my car insurance, like I'm gonna give him the business.
Okay, obviously you're not happy about this. Well, he's obviously very upset about this. I mean, is there a relationship between you and your ex, Claudine?
No.
Right.
We have known each other since junior high.
Right.
And we went out briefly for 6 months, and that was a disaster, and we decided that we were better off as friends. And he's just a great guy who's my friend, and he happens to be male, so he's all jealous about it.
I ain't stupid. No. It don't go like that. It don't go like that. How about the time?
Stephen, do you consider yourself jealous, or do you think you have reason? I mean, do you see how she's saying, wait a minute, give me some space here, this is my friend? I mean, do you...
Oh, no, I am completely justified. How about the time when he calls her?
Not what I asked you. What I asked you was, do you see that she's asking you to respect the fact that he's her friend?
She's asking me to respect the fact that he's her friend, but I have proof that it's more than just friends. That's her ex-boyfriend. It's more than just friends. And if I'm going out with her now, why are you still in conversations with him? Going out together.
But Stephen, how is your relationship with Claudine? Let's calm down and take you away from this.
Okay, aside from that, I love her. She's supposed to love me, but I still love her. I'm mad about it. I'm crazy about it. That's what I do. That's why I go out of my way to make sure this relationship works.
You said mad and crazy. I'm feeling that. What I'm wondering about is, if in fact you love her, tell me the part that doesn't allow you to let her have friends outside of you.
Well, look, I'll give you an example. I'm sitting at home, right? Phone rings. All of a sudden she runs to the phone. Oh, I get it. And then I start hearing whispering and gigglings coming from the next room, all right? And then the moment I walk into the room, all of a sudden the conversation's over.
Because he always gets really upset whenever I talk to Rob on the phone.
Were you talking to Rob at the instant that he's talking about? Were you talking to Rob?
I was talking to Rob.
Okay, but here's my question, Claudine. If you know he's mad, and he is, why would you not try to protect him too? Because it's give and take. If he has to allow you the friendship, then what do you do to protect him so that he doesn't feel that there's something going on.
That's right.
I'm trying to reassure him that I love him and that Rob is just a friend. And
Okay,
I
but
think
running
that
into the
I should be-
bedroom and giggling and whispering and
That's
then
right.
hanging up when he comes in, when he's already this way, I think is
Because
not-
when I just try and talk normally to Rob on the phone, he gets even madder. He sits there and he pretends that he's not listening. He's flipping through magazines, but he's not really reading the magazine. You can tell he's just sitting there listening to every word. So I feel like I'm caught
fool.
between a rock and a hard place. I don't know what to do.
You are caught. Stephen,
Yes.
what can she
I
do
see
to
what
make
I'm
you
talking
feel
about.
better? Because you keep talking about, I have proof and blah, blah, you know what?
What she can do, she can stop going out with him. That's what she can
you
do.
keep saying, I have proof, I have proof.
I do have proof. I do have proof, and I'll show you the proof right there. Huh?
Where
That's
did
you.
you get that?
Right there. I rented a telephoto lens.
What, you rented
Yes, Miss Angela, I rented a telephoto lens. I called the head of that restaurant they frequent every month they get together. That's right. That's right.
So you were spying
Of
on
course
me.
I was.
Wait.
Of course I was.
Okay, settle down, settle down.
I have a question for you, Inspector Gadget. You rented a telephoto lens. What else did you do? I mean, you've really gone, did you
That's
rent
right.
Do you have a helicopter? I mean, what else did you do?
Look, I rented a telephoto lens. I took the time off work. I called the head of the restaurant, pretended I was Rob.
That is so
Insisted
weird.
that we get a patio
I cannot believe
seat.
that you do
all
not
right?
trust me, that you
And
would
just,
go to
I
these
rented a
events.
car, took the day
I
off work, and I
cannot
just sat
believe
there
this.
clicking away.
Okay,
Had
whoa,
stuff
whoa, whoa, whoa.
together like a lovebird.
You're a
Let's
freak.
settle it down.
All this, thank you, Michael. All this for a picture?
Not just a picture, to show her infidelity, to show that I'm the one that's in love with her.
infidelity?
She ain't in love with me.
There
If
is
she was
no-
in love with me, why would you do that to me?
You know what? I'm getting ready to call for some Ritalin for you. Chill out. He's obviously upset. I mean, he went to extreme lengths to get this picture. How do you feel about this? He has a telephoto lens. He's done everything but rent a helicopter and put a ladder on it. I mean,
That is so weird.
No, look at me,
He's
look at me.
Okay, he's invading my privacy, and we're through. I cannot be with someone who does not trust me.
well, what is the deal? I mean, let's set the record straight. We have this picture of you with your ex-boyfriend. What's the deal?
The deal is, that day that I met him at that cafe, his mom had died, and I was trying to console him. So that's the deal.
Do you understand, Stephen, that if you have a friend, it can be platonic, you can be of opposite sex, and if something that traumatic happens, I mean, you act like you have a picture of her in the bed and their feet are sticking out of the bottom
I
of
ain't
the bed.
buying that. A woman cannot have a male friend. A woman cannot have a male friend. That don't work.
Says
That
who?
don't work.
Why
That don't
can't-
work
why
because
can't-
the man is always waiting for when he's gonna get his.
Really?
That's right.
Is that how you are?
Hey, man. We're guys.
Okay, so that's how you are.
We're
but
guys.
doesn't
I don't
know
have any
what
female
I'm
friends.
like.
You don't see my girlfriends calling our house.
Well, you don't have very many
I have
friends
a
to begin
question.
with, but that's another story.
That was my next question, Stephen. Do you have any friends?
Yeah, of
Because
course
you-
I have friends.
Well, you've got a lot of time on your hands.
Hey, and I have lots of girlfriends, so don't give me this guys can't have friends.
You have a lot of girlfriends.
Yes, I do.
And you have a girlfriend?
Let's not get, this is not about me.
You cannot
Thank you,
a man
Michael.
cannot have a girlfriend and have
Maybe
other
you
friends
can't
hanging
have
around.
a girlfriend.
That ain't working out.
Michael.
Okay, I'm sorry.
They're here for a solution, not to help
A
you.
real man can't have girlfriends and not do anything with them.
Really?
It don't work like that. Nothing works that way.
Oh, how does it make you feel to find out you're having a relationship with the absolute truth here?
Well, I'm having a relationship with a Neanderthal, obviously.
I tell you what, I'll be back with my resolution because eventually somebody's gonna have to pull him out of the cave. I'll be right back. Extreme suspicions are really only your own insecurities magnified. Stephen, you are a borderline stalker. You chose to make somewhere in your mind this idea that because of your own insecurities, it was okay to spy on, tap phones, find out what was going on, when in reality, as far as I can see, there's really nothing there. Your anger comes through not just by looking at you here today. I mean, I see the veins popping out of your neck. I mean, you're angry. You're really angry. You have a lot of insecurities, which are really rooted in who you are and what you would do, not necessarily in what Claudine has shown you. Claudine, there's not a relationship in the world that's worth putting up with spending most of your time defending yourself. When you spend the majority of your time defending yourself, especially against something you didn't do, what's left for the relationship? Nothing. And when I think of relationships in general, you all have to understand, both of you need to understand that it not only does it take trust, but if you put a person in an impossible situation and that there's no way in the world that you'll ever trust them, then you're really dooming the relationship from the start. So my suggestion today, Claudine, is that you not only find a partner that would love you for who you are and can accept the fact that you know how to be a friend, but that you keep putting you first and understanding that that's necessary. Stephen, you need therapy. I suggest you sit on somebody's couch and let out all that anger and all that insecurity, because the same issues you have in this relationship will carry into your next relationship. And I'm sure they carry into your other relationships. So think about it. Therapy's not a bad thing. And that's that in black and white.
Next on Singles Court. Tiffany's assets are a boon to Bart's business.
People see me as more successful. I have this sexy girlfriend who's beautiful.
Did you change her name to Trophy while you're at it? You put her on display and somebody wants to buy the goods. What's the big surprise there?
Well, I hope you're on the couch because we're back on the air. It's Singles Court with relationship mediator Angela Siegel.
You're always happy.
I'm non-stop blissed out. Okay, let's keep this soul train moving and meet our next couple. Today we have Bart, who's a media buyer at a radio station, and Tiffany, who's a secretary. Now, things have been going well in recent past, but now Tiffany's getting a little tired of, well, how should I put this? Bart's use of her as a sexy business card. I'll let them explain more, but I call this the case of the brown noser with the black heart.
Well, Tiffany, you seem to have a big problem with what's going on here. Tell me a little bit about it.
Okay, well, we've been dating for just under a year, and...
About a year.
About a year.
About a year.
But I guess about a month into our relationship, Bart invited me to come to a company party with him, which I was really excited about because it meant that he took me seriously, and also I'm looking to move up in my career as well.
Well, it's more of a party for clients that I deal with.
Exactly,
So
which are people that I would like to meet. So I was excited to go to this party, but concerned I didn't have anything to wear. So Bart offered to pick me something up, which I thought
was nice.
It was really romantic until
you weren't complaining about it at the time.
But
I mean, now you are.
he showed up with this dress that, I mean, it would be fine for, you know.
You never
What
said
was,
anything.
what was the
dress
event?
The event was a classy cocktail party.
Okay.
For my company, where
it's-
I'm dealing with
So
clients.
it's business,
It's business,
even though it's a
right.
party. So
It's
what
business.
kind of dress did he show
So,
up?
well, I
It's a
brought
really
it.
nice dress. I
but-
don't know what the problem is.
Well, this is fine for, you know, a slip to go under
at that,
another
it's a
dress,
lovely
but
dress.
I mean, this is so short,
So
it
where's the
barely
rest
covers
of
me.
it?
Exactly.
It's different.
It's very low cut, and
She has a great body. She's a beautiful
Okay.
girl. Why shouldn't she?
Bart.
I don't understand.
Bart,
Yes.
in buying that dress,
Mm-hmm.
did you at least think, well, she likes this type of clothing, she likes that type of clothing, or did you buy what you want?
Well,
Because that looks
I mean,
a little small
it's,
for you.
yeah, it's kind of a loaded question because kind of like what she likes, I
Well, give
like,
me a
or what I
loaded
like.
answer.
Well, I thought it looked nice. I thought it was a great looking
That's not
dress.
what
She's
I
got a
asked
great
you.
body, and I thought she looked great in the dress.
but I didn't feel
That
comfortable
is-
in it. That's
well,
the
I
point.
That's not what I asked you. What I asked you was,
Yeah.
when you bought the dress,
Mm-hmm.
were you looking at what she would like in accordance to the type of things that she wears, or were you looking for what you like?
Well, I was looking for a dress that I felt she would look good in.
Well, and there's
And
other.
she looks good in everything. She's got a
there's
great
other
body.
instances.
She's a gorgeous girl.
Tiffany, is that different than what you would normally wear?
Absolutely, it's different, but I wore it
How different
because
is-
I wanted to please him. I knew the night was important to him, and it was the beginning of our relationship. So,
Okay, so you put on the dress and
I
wore
put
it
on the
anyway.
dress and we went, but this pattern continued. I mean,
Pattern?
every time he'd take me to every company function, whether it be a cocktail party, a dinner. He
What,
took
you-
me to a baseball game, and
Okay.
you know everyone there is wearing their jeans and their t-shirts, and he makes me wear this little halter top
It was
and a pair of hot
day.
pants.
It was a sunny, hot day, and
But
and
all
I
the
thought
other women were looking
you
at me
wanted to
like
get
I was
sun.
crazy and
all the other
shooting
women were
daggers
looking at you
me.
because they're jealous.
They're
They're these
not
overweight
jealous.
women.
They
and
thought
they're
I
jealous
was
of your
trash.
body and the way you look.
Bart, do you understand what she's saying in terms of the way it makes her feel when she wears clothes that you like?
Yeah, I understand. But
How do you feel about that?
I think, it's like when I'm with clients or with my boss or the guys at work. I mean, they met her at one party and they went crazy. My boss said, you'll be working here for the rest of your life as long as you're going out with her.
But,
Because she's
Bart,
great.
Bart, did you wear hot pants to the baseball game?
No, I wore, just regular clothes. I mean, it's.
So do you matter less than she does? Because it sounds like
No,
you're
look, I work in sales at a radio station. So,
Okay.
I mean, the way you dress, the kind of car you drive, the kind of
those-
girlfriend you have,
you.
that all plays into being more successful.
So just let me make sure I understand you correctly. When you date her,
Yes.
that gives you a bonus. Is that what you're saying?
In terms of employment?
Yeah,
Sure.
and
I mean,
your boss.
not a bonus, but it helps. It definitely helps.
How does it help?
Well, people see me as more successful. I have this sexy girlfriend who's beautiful. I'm crazy about her. So,
Did you change her name to Trophy while you were at it?
well, I mean,
In sales, you win plaques for your performance.
right.
A person should not be your performance. Tiffany, how does it make you feel to hear what he's saying?
Well, it
What is-
doesn't make me feel very good, and it confirms the feelings that I've been getting at these parties where people look at me as his trophy girlfriend and they don't talk to me. And
No, I don't think they look at her that way.
No,
How do
but
you,
they
how
do.
do you think they look at her?
I think they just look at this really attractive
No, they
girl.
don't. They see me as someone as a potential.
Why can't you be attractive in regular clothes? Why can she only be attractive if it's cut down to here?
Look, she works out all the time. She's got a great body. Why shouldn't she wear clothes that she
But
looks
Bart,
good
the
in?
people that are
Because
approaching
it's
me.
not her choice. That's why.
But the thing is, she can't afford to go to these parties. She can't buy the clothes to go to these parties to begin with. So I'm buying them
But Bart,
for
at
her.
these parties, people make me feel very cheap.
Tiffany.
Who makes you feel cheap?
Your boss
Tiffany.
makes me feel cheap.
Boss?
Tiffany. Angela, remember? Name on the marquee.
I remember.
What is it what's the real issue here? Hey, we know you don't like the clothes, but what is the real issue?
The real issue is that I'm going to these parties and these men are approaching me, specifically
Man,
his
they're-
boss. Bart, I didn't want to tell you this before, but at the last party that you took me to, your boss propositioned me.
What?
You heard her.
You were off
Your boss
talking.
This
asked
is the first
for a
I've
piece.
heard it. This is the first I've heard
Okay,
of it.
so now you hear it. So how does it make you feel? Now you know.
Well,
You put her on
what-
display and somebody wants to buy the goods. What's the big
I
surprise there?
don't know what happened. I don't know the
What
situation.
happened is
I
you
don't
were
know
off
anything
talking
about
like
it.
you usually do to all your friends,
Well, I
leaving me
have to.
alone.
It's-
I went to the washroom. I came out, and your boss was waiting for me right outside the door. He pushed me back inside.
He pushed you
Well,
inside.
Not forcibly, but enough so that I knew I had to go. He closed the door behind him, and he started talking to me, telling me how sexy he thought I was,
was
and
probably
how he wanted to
just
see me in
drunk.
sexy
He was
lingerie.
probably-
Bart,
He was probably
Bart,
drunk.
It
Bart.
doesn't matter if he was drunk.
You were probably drunk.
Bart,
I'm just saying, you're drunk.
Bart, listen. Do you hear what she's saying to you? She's saying, look, you put me on display. Your boss propositioned me. And now what you're doing is you're blaming her.
No, I'm not blaming her. I'm just.
You just said you're probably drunk. You were probably drunk.
People get drunk at parties and they
But
flirt, and
is that
it's
an
harmless.
Question for you. Is that acceptable to you that your boss hit on her if he was drunk?
I don't know what I can do. What am I going to do?
You can answer the question. Is that acceptable?
It's acceptable if it's just in a flirting way. It doesn't bother me.
She didn't say he flirted with me. She said he hit on me.
Well, I mean, I wasn't there, so I don't really know. I mean,
Tiffany, I hope you can read the writing on the wall here. I hope you can. Why are you going to the parties, Tiffany? Are you really trying to meet people to help
I'm
further
trying
your
to meet
career?
people- exactly.
Well, what
I'm-
about the relationship? Do you see what he thinks of you?
I
We're at the
do,
parties
but
for
I
my
know that
career,
he
first
cares
of all.
about me for other reasons, and it's just
know
these
I do.
parties. This is the only time that he makes me feel this way, but these parties are becoming more and more frequent, and this incident in itself, this boss propositioning me, it made me feel terrible.
How
what do you
about
want me
his
to do? Do you
reaction
want me
to it?
to approach him?
Yes,
and tell
I
him
do.
this?
I think you
He'll
should go
fire
and
me.
tell him that
He'll
this is
fire
not
me and he'll tell the
appropriate.
rest of the
So,
people in
I'm
the
your
business, and I won't get another job.
Bart, do you really feel that at that instance that he'll fire you because he can't sleep with your girlfriend? That's worth letting him do that?
Well, I mean, like I said, I don't know how far.
Do you
that
think
went.
it's worth it?
No, I don't think it's worth it, but I just don't know how far things went. It could have just been
I told
harmless.
I've heard enough. I've heard enough. I'll be back with my resolution. A job is just that, a job. It begins and ends with the paycheck, and that paycheck is based on loyalty. Brad, in your case, Bart, in your case, the loyalty that you gave your boss was really based on what you considered to be an award, which was Tiffany. You treated her like an award. Your amount of respect that you gave her was the respect you would give an award. But see, the difference between an award and a girlfriend is you win an award, which gives you the opportunity to say, I won this, so I can use it to my benefit. But you don't win a girlfriend. She gave you her heart, and you in turn said, well, with your heart, I'm going to use your body and see how far I can get in my career. That sucks. There's really no better word for it except for that. Tiffany, you, on the other hand, have to realize that you had to set the tone in the beginning of the relationship. You had an opportunity to say to him, I'm not going to wear that. I don't care which party you're going to, I'm not wearing that, I'm not comfortable. And you need to understand now it's a good time to learn that no means no. No, I'm not wearing that because it makes me feel uncomfortable, therefore I'm not doing it. And then you would have found out his true colors, because my guess is he probably would not have been dating you very long. Relationships are built on mutual respect, we know that, but they're also built on a mutual trust. I can trust you with my heart because I know you'll protect it. And when I see people that get into relationships and don't have any regard for the other person's trust or their heart, then I see disaster. And what happens usually is it happens pretty quickly. This relationship is over. You can see his true colors. He doesn't care about your heart, he cares about your body. Next time you want to further your career, I suggest you use an agency. And that's that, in black and white.
Well, there it is. When it comes to relationship, one should follow their hearts, not follow their girlfriends. And if you date a snake, you might end up a ladder. Well, join us next time here at Singles Court, the final word for singles.